Alright, so now that I'm done talking about all three Avatar movies, let's get to the rest. Now we're at the top 5. Number 5, Aliens. The film that made pretty much like all of Hollywood just say yes to whatever James Cameron wants because of how successful this movie was, both critically and financially. I've said this a lot. I do love this over Alien. I just think, like, I should note, yes, Alien is a way better looking movie. Just that the way that Ridley Scott shoots it is way better than how James Cameron shoots it. But even like James Cameron knew himself that he should kind of just like stick to his own guns and make his own film, which is still very different from Alien. It's a way more effects heavy film with all these like, you know, model spaceships, all these like different new like set designs and like different, you know, aliens that are like, you know, have different like shaped heads. And it's overall it was just a perfect idea for a sequel to just instead just do another movie about like people running away from an alien. It's like, now just do multiple aliens and just call it Aliens instead of just Alien 2. All a genius idea, and I just really prefer the characters in this movie compared to Alien. I mean, starters, Ripley, they did a great job of like going more in depth with her as they reveal more about like her personal life and how now that she's coming back out of a coma in deep space, and that like she, you know, finds out that her daughter died, and that now, you know, meeting Newt, she now has this like second shot at motherhood, which is then ruined in 3, but we can't go that far. And which is a great way to like continue this character's story. And then I love the supporting characters. I love Michael Biehn coming back from the Terminator as Hicks, and then you know, Bill Paxton as Hudson, you know, saying "Game over, man." I love that. And I love Jeanette Goldstein as Vasquez. You got Paul Reiser as like the human antagonist Burke. You know, I said Newt before. She's a good, you know, she's really good to be there as like, you know, Newt's, you know, Ripley's like surrogate daughter. And then lastly, Lance Henriksen as Bishop is amazing. I love Lance Henriksen, and this is like the last time that like James Cameron ever like worked with him. They never did anything again, which I don't know why, but anyway, I love the characters. I love the whole setup of like colonial marines, because I kind of said in my like Aliens and Predator ranking, I wish the Alien sequels overall took a little more from this, took the more action route with colonial marines. The only Alien movie to really like, you know, that feels a little bit like Aliens is Resurrection, which kind of like combined with the first two, and like Romulus a little bit. But as much as I liked the new Predator Badlands, I still kind of bummed that they didn't include like the colonial marines fighting the Predator. Like, come on guys, that's like what we really want. And still, like, this movie just shows, like I said in the beginning, like James Cameron cares about like every single visual effect in his movies, and I think pretty much all of the special effects are great. Even if like some of the opticals are a little dodgy, you can just still tell that like a lot of like craftsmanship just like goes into every single like piece, every model work, and just alien suit, and then you just get like the Alien Queen, which is like one of the greatest special effects ever when it comes to like animatronic creature monster designs. I love it all, and I don't know what else to say. This is my favorite Alien movie, and I wish we would get more movies like this. And I'm bummed that Neil Blomkamp's sequel direct sequel to this, ignoring Alien 3 and actually having Hicks, Newt, and Bishop, I think, survive. I'm very bummed that that movie never got made, and instead we got Alien Covenant, the worst Alien movie. Overall, but I wish James Cameron would just make a proper, sequel to this, but I don't think he really wants to. Number 4, True Lies, James Cameron's third and final collaboration with Arnold Schwarzenegger. This one, I feel like I've seen it pretty low on a few lists of his work, and I don't get it. I love this movie. I don't know why they have it okay. I should say this list was made before Avatar 3 was released, but point is they had the first 2 Avatars over this, and I'm like, this movie is just way cooler than that. It's the only James Cameron action movie to have no sci-fi elements. I want to say it's the only James Cameron film that's not science fiction, it's all realistic. But after this he made Titanic, which so it's the only James Cameron movie that's an action movie, and there's no other weird there's no science fiction robots or aliens in it. It's just a movie about this spy who's trying to stop these terrorists from blowing up major US cities, and also trying to figure out his marital problems, because that's the funny thing about this movie, which is a remake, by the way, of a French film, but it's more like James Cameron just liked the script. I don't think he really cared that much for the film. But this movie shouldn't work with what it does. Is that the first half, it is Arnold is this spy who is trying to balance his domestic life with his work as a secret agent, and hunting down the Crimson Jihad terrorists from blowing up major US cities. But then right in the middle of the movie, all of that stops for Arnold to stop his wife from having an affair with Bill Paxton. It shouldn't work, but it kind of does. It's just maybe because of just how over the top and insane Arnold goes through. If the government should really just fire Arnold's ass for what he does and how he spends people's time and all of the government's money. It's all insane. It all works, and also that's just because this is one of Arnold's best performances, and one of Jamie Lee Curtis's best performance, because she got a Golden Globe nomination for her comedic work, and it all just really works. And I think I kind of said it in my Mission Impossible ranking about how in the 90s, this was kind of the movie that brought it back. I mean, I don't want to say really I don't want to say this is the movie that inspired them, inspired Eon to continue James Bond movies. I mean, look, when you think about it, 1984, you got True Lies, big blockbuster hit, and it's just an awesome spy action movie that's a Bond movie, but take James Bond out and replace it with Arnold, and it's awesome. But next year, 1985, you got GoldenEye, which brought James Bond back, and honestly, GoldenEye is probably the Bond movie that I would want to show my my own kids first, because that's how well I think it does the Bond formula. But yeah, you had that the next year. Then the year after GoldenEye in 1996, then you have Mission Impossible. Finally make its debut as a film. So I don't know if I should say we should give thanks to True Lies, but those 3 movies right there, those are one of the 3 best spy movies. Not the best, but those are just 3 really good spy thriller action movies that I would just love to watch all 3 in a row. And this one probably has the best action though out of the 3. I mean, you just got the ending with Arnold just getting in the jet. Again, that's just how insane over the top Arnold really is in this movie. He should kind of be court-martialed or in jail. for what he does to the government's money. The horseback riding is an awesome scene. The car chase in the Florida Keys is a great scene. A lot of amazing moments in True Lies, and then just the cast is all great. Like I said, Arnold is really good in this. There's some movies where Arnold's bad, and there's some movies where he's really good. This is one of the movies where he's good. Jimmy the Curse is great as his wife. I love Art Malak as the head of the Crimson Jihad. Love Tom Arnold as like Arnold Schwarzenegger's sidekick and like quartermaster. That's what he's kind of. It's like Q mixed with like you know, Benji from Mission Impossible. It's a very fun like combo right there. And the action, yeah, and it's just great cast, great action, and like great comedy by Cameron. Like Cameron doesn't really put humor too much in his films, but like the humor, like, and the dramatic stuff, it all like it just all meshes well. This is just a very perfect, simple 90s spy action films, and it's just like, it's one of the best, up there with like The Rock, GoldenEye, Mask of Zorro, and then, well, we'll get to that one eventually. Number 3, his crowning achievement, kind of, Titanic. A movie that everyone hates, or like, you know, think it's cool to hate, and, you know, people think it's overrated, but I love it. The technical stuff is great, and the story stuff. I should really get out of the way. I do like the first half, and the second half, I might like the second half more, but I just love the first half. Just, it does work. It is a little sappy or corny, however you want to put it, but it's just kind of fun, and I think James Cameron like does a good job of like not pushing it too far, because I do like the characters, and all the actors do a great job with their chemistry. It's all well done, and then you just get to the end when it's just all out chaos, and it's just amazing special effects and like cinematography. All of that is amazing, how he just depicts the spectacle of the Titanic sinking, and then also just the horror of it. Like, this is like my 4th or 5th time watching it, and I still just like no movie really puts me on like this much tension than Cameron does with this film. I'm always just like on the edge of my seat with this one. It's just a very intense movie, and it's all well made, and I do think he deserved the best directing and picture for this movie. And I know people, I think like the two people prefer one over this is either, you know, Good Will Hunting or Boogie Nights. And look, those are good movies. Maybe they are technically better, but yeah, but this movie, I just love it. It's just the massive size, the sheer spectacle, and all the actors I think are mostly pretty great, especially Bill Paxton being my favorite. I wish that ending was kept. But yeah, I really do like Titanic. It is a good, like, even if you think it's long, it's just a very good, like, a movie that combines like the two most popular genres of the 90s, that being like kind of stuffy period piece dramas and effects heavy disaster films, and it's kind of perfect. Number 2, his true theatrical debut, The Terminator. This, you can't deny that this movie is just perfect. For such a small movie, it gets just everything right with like plot, like just its technical aspects, how Cameron was able to like shift through the low budgetness of it. Like even at the end, you can say that the Terminator looks fake, but like he did a good job by like kind of combining like the stop motion effects when, like, you know, they have to like take a more like not so close up shot. But then when they are like, when there is a close-up shot on the Terminator, they do a good job by like using a puppet. All well done. I love just the 3 main actors in the movie. Arnold Schwarzenegger is terrifying as the Terminator, one of the greatest villains ever. Probably Arnold's best performance. Yeah, you know, no, it is his best performance. It's one of the few performances that are like really terrifying, and like, it doesn't even matter, like, because I get some people saying like how oh, he's way too obvious as a Terminator. But still, you shit your pants if he's after you. Even if you didn't know, you know, even if you knew, it's still terrifying when he's like coming after you. And then Linda Hamilton, okay, honestly gets a little better in the next one, but I still think she does give it like decent performance, and it is kind of realistic. I like, you do feel like this is a woman who's just like going through something that is just so traumatic and like hard to like really understand maybe to others, but she does a really good job. And then Michael Biehn like is amazing as Kyle Reese, this man who's like, you know, like this scarred soldier with all this trauma of war, and you really buy him, unlike some buff Australian guy. Michael Bihn's great in this movie, and it just overall, like, Cameron just did a great job like directing this movie. It just has like the best atmosphere out of not just Terminator movies, just James Cameron films in general. Like, I just love looking at this movie, the darkness of it. Like, you can really feel like this is a world that is about to be taken over by machines, just by like how shitty everything looks, how like shitty everyone kind of is. And then like you just get to the ending, which like is kind of like a good like indication on like the rise of machines, when you just like look at this, it's like factory that they're in and there's all machines around. Like, it's a little good like foreshadowing that I don't know if it was intentional by Cameron, but like it's well done, and it is meant to be Cyberdyne itself. So it's just all well put together with just how low budget it was made. And the action, well, yes, it's not spectacular. It's still just like well done and just riveting to watch, and especially how they like incorporate the first chase scene with exposition. It's very well done, and it is like the first true James Cameron movie that really shows what he's made of. So yeah, number one is of course Terminator 2. But honestly, they're both, 1 and 2 are both perfect movies, and I love them all. I love just watching 1 and 2 back to back. They're amazing films. They're they're like my favorite movies. Just everything about them are so well done. And like, you can say however you want about, you know, how Terminator's better. You still have to admit, like, Terminator 2 is a great sequel. Like, it does everything well. Like, it ups the ante more by, you know, kind of like starting off feeling very similar, but having it be like 2 Terminators going at it makes it more interesting, and having it be like a more advanced Terminator makes it interesting. And then now you change it up where like they decide halfway through, instead of like running the Terminator, they're just gonna like stop it all together. So all of it narratively is like constructed well, and how they deal with how the characters with their arcs. Like, it's a movie where like you really do feel like these characters have gone through a journey and they've all learned something. You see like Sarah Connor kind of like go from being this like reckless, paranoid army girl, and now she's like kind of like realized that like there can be more to life and that the future isn't set. You feel like John becomes a more mature boy, and then the Terminator learns about humanity and why you shouldn't kill. It's all well done, and it's just wrapped perfectly, and it's just got such amazing action. It's like this and Fury Road are like one of the best action movies of all time. Like, none of the action scenes are boring in this. They never feel like like it wasn't necessary. Everything counts in this movie. It really does. Everything to me really counts about this movie, and it's all worth watching. Go watch the first 2 Terminator movies. I mean, I would say overall, like, if you've only seen the Avatar movies, and also Titanic, even though I rate it so highly, still, you gotta go watch the first 2 Terminators, True Lies and Aliens. You gotta watch them to, like, really see true James Cameron, because he is just one of the best filmmakers of all time. Terminator 1 and 2 are like his best work. Everything about him are great. And he's definitely a great filmmaker. Even if the Avatar movies are getting a little tiring. And he is considering to make more movies. Because recently what has been announced that he's going to do like a movie about a Hiroshima survivor. And then also a Terminator 7 with no Arnold. Okay, I'm fine with no Arnold really, but like I don't really care at like who's even doing it. Even if it's James Cameron, I can't have another bad Terminator. Just James, don't bother. Make something else that's really creative. Just make that Hiroshima movie and then come up with something else after. I can't do another Terminator movie. No matter if it's you. I mean, you were kind of involved in that last one and it did not end up well. But at the same time, though, you didn't get along with the director, but I don't know. Anyway, guys, go watch these movies. My top 5. They're all worth watching. Thank you very much for watching this video. I will see you next time. Please subscribe and be updated for more content.